Our first story. This morning, a clarion call from protesters who have taken over major streets of the capital demanding better living conditions. Manuel Kranting reported this earlier.
Cathedral for what? And the cathedral now, every morning, piano. What the youth of Ghana need today is job. Cathedral. And then, what is going on? Nanado, but they are deceiving you. They are telling you lies. Social media, so everything they tell you, you believe it. But and then try your best to watch the television and see what the youth love. There are many mountains. You have used Ghana as a That is what the Bible tells us. You have used Ghana as a love. Today, President Akufo-Addo has decided to prioritize cathedral instead of making the life of the ordinary Ghanaians more important. What they told us before they came to government was that they told us when they came to government, before they came to government, they told us that borrowing is a lazy man's approach. Today, they have borrowed more than 200 million Ghana cedis, and the ordinary Ghanaians have used the money for. President Akufo is driving this country in the wrong direction, and it's sabotage. Something is done about it. We are good. This is not about NDC, this is not about MPP, this is about the people. The people are tired, and we are saying that we need a national agenda for the country so that if NDC come, they don't just do whatever they want. If MPP
of human resources, it is the lack of leadership. You see, no matter how rich you are, if you have this kind of mindset, there's no way you are moving forward. And this is the problem of Africa. See, we have the continent is blessed with a lot of natural resources. But look at what we are going through. Ghana deserves better than this. So this is not about any political party. We are saying that there should be a national agenda. There must be change. Since 1957, what major improvement have you seen? Ghana deserves. Where was Singapore when Ghana gained independence? Where was Dubai? Where was Malaysia? But look at where they are now, and where are we? Is this what we deserve? Boss.
And that's a question that he's asking, that is this indeed what we deserve as a country? And these are, of course, the opinions of the demonstrators. Not a particular issue that they're pointing to as the main reason for this demonstration. Varied reasons, from education to roads to health and so on. Round of thoughts. Tell me one thing that for you is important for government to fix. Just one thing.
Please, the prices of food is very high now. Tomato costs 2 cedis. But the agric minister says he's planting for food and jobs. But there are no state farms.
So one thing that one thing that must be fixed is what?
Food system.
All right. What about you? What must be fixed?
Our work.
Your work.
Yeah.
What work do you do?
I'm a driver.
Okay.
The fuel is very high.
Okay.
We can't buy fuel.
What about you?
Minimum wage. Minimum wage. We are done with school. We are done with our tertiary education, and we are working. And people cannot even earn up to 1,000 Ghana cedis. People who are graduates are earning 300 Ghana cedis, are earning 500 Ghana cedis. We are paying rent of 200 Ghana cedis, and we are paying rent of 150 Ghana cedis. If I pay my rent, which is 150 Ghana cedis, and I take transport, what do you expect me to eat and give to my family?
What about you?
My concern is...
Poly, 3 years I finished, paid school fees. 5 years I haven't gotten a job. Look at my muzzle. I'm not an old man. Give me job to do. It's my country. You told me. Give me job to do.
Give me job to do. That's his chance. What about you? Finally, what do you want to be fixed?
My final word that I can say today, that Nanado should fix the country now. Should fix the education. Now education system is poor. Nanado should fix the education.
Nanado should fix the education. So round of thoughts of the demonstrators, of course, give you an indication of how diverse their concerns are. For now, though, it's a march on to indeed make their concerns known to government. Anymore, if you can hear me, a lot of chants, a lot of tooting of horns and so on, but this is a picture on the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue. If you can hear me, over to you in the studio.
Manuel Kranting there reporting earlier today. Let's go back to him live. Manuel, first of all, where has the demonstration reached? And tell us about this disagreement that the protesters had with the police earlier.
Well, so Daniel, we are currently on a stretch that leads to the Trades Union Congress building. Just on some 50 meters to my left is the Accra City campus of the University of Ghana. And so earlier, there was a bit of a misunderstanding between the organizers of the demonstration and then the police over which route to use. I was told by the police that the arrangement was for them to use this particular stretch and then hit the TUC building before they head to Accra Central. But what now? That disagreement has been resolved, and as you can see, the mammoth of a crowd that's behind me catching up on me as
because let me tell you something. Jimmy for the TV. Yeah, to Sebi. Yeah, to Sebi. Jimmy for the TV. Because you know, think you never to the Yaka credit back for the way. Sebi.
Want to make us on Debbie. Means evidence.
Me got chain is over here. So what the gun is a cacotinal last month, Busum ne came, near season back, not just in short talk. A coup for the code guard is short of 2 weeks. A coup for the code guardian or buy and then so jaito. A coup for or could you buy and then so jaito.
More joining demonstration and send about your fix it, Bibiana.
Yeah, we want
then our person fix it.
Me what has me about me about with this 7 years. Me about with this 7 years. Oko school, this is 1 month. She last year, and we don't repeat here. And I'm going to any babini, ni basini, ni ba. Brony on China ba any ni basini ni ba. But China ba, who got China?
No person will fix it there.
Come now, I'm going to fix the education. And you never say, remember job. Ekuvado. Yenya but mancho ekuvado. Yenya hope. Ekuvado. 2016. Yenya hope ekuvado.
So Daniel, you're hearing the people venting their spleen. And I'll just translate. He says that what the educational sector needs to be touched. He says that, of course, the economy also needs to be touched. I'll speak to this gentleman, even as we try and get to the conveners of the demonstration. Gentleman, what's your name? Why are you joining the demonstration?
Well,
you don't know why you're joining the demonstration, no?
I'm not
All right, and so we're trying to get to the folks who will speak to us this morning. My boss, what's your name? Why are you joining the demonstration? What's your name?
Talk to other people. I'm not in the mood.
And so, well, for a lot of them, they are struggling to even get words to express themselves. But as you are hearing, a lot of the music in the background.
Being the vice president of this republic, as a young man who has gotten the opportunity to be the vice president of our country, and based on his own principles that he established before 2016, he created the impression that he is going to be the economic messiah of our country. All the things he said, and one of the famous, which he said that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. So we, the youth of this country, Baumia was our friend. The vice president was our friend. We voted for the NPP because he was the vice president. And now, almost 5 years, more than 5 years into their government, and look at where the exchange rate is. And now, he's able to tell us that if he has said this, it doesn't mean it's the same thing. So, okay, we are sending this message to the vice president that we know after President Akufo-Addo, he's the next, he could be the next. But we will replace him with another person. Okay. We will replace him.
But you're not saying what you want fixed. What you want to be fixed?
What we want to be fixed in this country is that at least we can take one of the sectors, which is education. And you can work on it. And now that you say you want to give us free SHS, yes, you've implemented it. But what are you doing about the infrastructure? Infrastructure needs money. And the little money that the country has, the president in the sky with all those amounts.
What about you?
Yeah. My problem is very big, bro. That cannot be explained. But what I want the government to fix today now is our educational system. Please, Mr. Government, I beg. The lines are too much. We can't see the end of our. It's even. So, Mr. President, please, we beg.
Yeah, I have a problem.
What do you want to be fixed?
First of all, it's our educational system. Okay, we have a curriculum for the past 2 years. We've been given that we are having a new curriculum. Yet a lot of millions have been spent. Yet just right now the GS come and tell us that we should go back and use the old curriculum system. Are you talking with our minds? That's what we are talking about. You can't spend our tax money and come and tell us that you are not giving us a new curriculum. You are going for the old one. What about the workshop? What about the infrastructure? They are always our tax resources, which is very bad. We are talking about unemployment. Every year, a lot of students come from school, okay? And when they come, okay, about 10 out of 1 out of 10 get employment. What about the 9? One day, one of these days, the youth will rise up. And when they rise up, they will take over the government. They will take over the system.
Thank you. And so that's one of the protesters that's talking to me. I'll just give you a bit of what we have learned in the past 2 hours since the demonstration started. I've spoken to Ernesto Yeboah. I've spoken to Oliver Bakabomawar. I've spoken to DSP Julian Obi, who speaks for the CID of the Ghana Police Service. Essentially, for them, the turnout of the demonstration has been quite impressive. What you see, and which DSP Julian Obi admits to me, is a difficulty in controlling the crowd as they mass up. But majority of the people that are in their face masks, as was so directed by the police, and of course even the conveners of the demonstration. So it's been so far almost even free, but for that disagreement in the choice of route earlier, which I reported. But for now, that has also been resolved, and the people in different contingents and batches are moving all the way from the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue onto the TUC stretch, and then heading for the Black Star Square. And so, Daniel, if you can hear me, generally that's the situation here on the demonstration grounds, Daniel.
Yes, Manuel, quickly, how have you observed the COVID-19 protocols and how they are being kept during this demonstration?
Well, Daniel, just to reiterate our observation so far, if you can see in the video we're showing you right about now, a lot of the people who are partaking in this demonstration are wearing their masks, all right? A few of them wearing on their chin. And of course, there's a handful of them not wearing the masks. But what we have noticed that's been a real challenge is the ability of the organizers and by extension even some of the demonstrators to maintain the social and physical distancing protocol. That has been quite difficult to maintain. But for now, the confirmation we have is that almost everybody who has come for this particular demonstration is in their own face masks. And now there's a human wall that is ushering the demonstrators, this batch of demonstrators, to join the already gone batch of demonstrators. And so, Daniel, if you can hear me, that's the answer to your question on the COVID protocols.
Yes, I'm seeing a number of people and it looks very well organized, Manuel. How did the organizers get these numbers? Did these people come on their own? Were they encouraged to come by others?
Can you take that again, Daniel?
I am asking that, given the numbers that we're seeing, how did the organizers get these people together?
Well, so Daniel, there's heavy police presence here, and it's been the duty of the police to, as it will be, direct the demonstrators on the path that they're supposed to be using for the demonstration. That I can confirm to you that has been done with specific reference to the earlier, disagreement on the routes. There was a human, blockade that was created by the personnel from the Ghana Police Service at the junction that leads to the Graphic Road. That was the reason the demonstrators have been able to now use this particular route. Initially, they did not want to use here, but the police direction got them to come here. And so that's been the bit of, enforcement and, if you like, a direction and control of the numbers here. And so these are the banners: a new constitution for the people, fix the country, a new constitution for the people, fix the country. And it's worthy of note, Daniel, that at this point we're seeing the demonstrators themselves holding trash bags and then making sure that for all the stuff, bottles, plastic sachet and so on are consumed, they carry them off the road and keep the road clean. And so that's been the general situation here on the demonstration grounds. And if you can hear me.
What's the destination for the demonstrators? Where are they headed towards?
So Daniel, we are currently at the intersection that leads to the Accra Accra Technical University. To my left, it is Trades Union Congress Building, and to my right is the Accra Technical University. Or this stretch leads all the way into Accra Central, if you like, the Tama Station area. And so now, just for the sake of emphasis, the destination of this particular demonstration is the Black Star Square. And so, if you like, just about half of the distance has been done in the past 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I'll just speak to...
Ghana belongs to all of us. This country does not belong to anyone and their family. It is for us. And if poor people are the ones who are sweating to pay the taxes, we expect the state to respond to their needs and respect them. The way the country is going, it looks like it has been a thing of a selected few. This is not a country that was built on the tenets of social democracy. Everything has scattered. We are in a country where young children who we call future leaders are the ones who are studying under trees. Where are leaders who insist that they have given us free SHS, which is the best, are sending their own children out of this country to study abroad? Is it the quality education they promised us? What about our healthcare? Every single thing in this country is in shambles.
Every single thing is in shambles. Speak to me also. Well, you've been in front of this particular contingent all the way. And that's a question that we're posing to the people, that what exactly do you want to be fixed?
No, I don't understand. Do you see this question? When you say, what do you want to be fixed? Ask yourself, what do you think needs to be fixed in your life in Ghana? Look at our roads. Look at the state of our healthcare system. Look at the state of our schools. Look at the state of the number of people who are unemployed in this country. So when you ask me, what do I want to be fixed? Question that you're saying, what does that mean? Look around you. Literally everything needs to be fixed.
But you would agree also that all of the things are being fixed, if you like, addressed as you move on, and all of them cannot be.
How many of these schools under trees are being addressed? Since Ekufuado came into government in the last 5 years, how many of the community high schools that Mahama was building, how many of them has he completed? How many of these children have not been sitting under these schools under trees for the last 4 years? Recently, we saw that they said the rosewood that's been exported illegally, they're going to donate it to the cathedral. Would it not be better used if we use it to build schools for these children who are going to schools under trees? Would it not be put to better use? Look at how we think. We can be so short-sighted and myopic that we want to use the rosewood to fix the cathedral instead of fixing schools.
And so for you, every aspect of our national life needs to be touched.
I think, yeah, there's so many state institutions. It's the systems that need to be changed. They need to be checked and they need to be reformed. So they has to start from the top, from the presidency all the way down to us.
While we do that, the people's representatives, for instance, are in parliament. I see a lot of the anger directed at the executive. You mentioned the president's name, but in parliament also, your representative, my representative is there.
Absolutely, and the thing is, you have to understand, when we say fix we also mean fix parliament, because we have a parliament which is supposed to check executive power, yet it continues to be a rubber stamp parliament, where when contracts are coming through and stupid documents are coming through, instead of them to reject them, they're receding to nonsense. Parliament is supposed to check executive power, not always be used as a means to support unchecked executive power.
And so Felicity Nelson has been speaking to me generally on her impressions, and you had her make reference to her own demands. So Daniel, indeed, this being the picture, the people moving on the principal streets of Accra, right in front of the. And by my watch, we've been out here for 3 hours and 25 minutes. The train of people began moving from the brass port at exactly 7 a.m. But it's taking 3 hours and 25 minutes to get to Technical University. We should take you, if you're on foot, not up to 30 minutes. But that's what is happening, giving you an indication of the intention of the people to sustain the demonstration and get the issues in there. I see Oliver Baker Formawa in there. I try and reach him briefly to speak to me briefly while he's declining to speak to us. But as frontliners, why are you holding this? Why are you holding
this? I hold it because we want Nando to face the country. You understand? I just finished my NSS and we want to finish. He must fix the country. You understand? Because
he must fix the country.
We voted for good governance, not bad leadership. You understand? So we want him to fix the country. Yes.
Okay. So I just described to you the people that I'm seeing in there. Oh, I see Captain Smart. I see Felicity Nelson. I see. I've seen Black Rasta this morning. I've seen Ernesto Yeboah. I've seen Fighter Hardy, all of whom are members of the Economic Fighters League. And so, Daniel, just a bit of a brief of what's been happening so far as far as the Fix the Country demonstration is concerned, Daniel.
Thank you very much, Manuel Cranting. We'll come back to you when there is more. And those were live visuals from the hashtag Fix the Country demonstration currently at the Accra Technical University. They are headed towards the Black Star Square through the principal streets of Accra.